A mother culture is a term for an earlier people's culture that has great and widespread influence on some later cultures and people. Though the original culture may fade, the mother culture's influence grows for ages in the future. Later civilizations either learn and build upon their old ways, or can learn them through peaceful or military assimilation. This term can be found in the novel Ishmael by Daniel Quinn. Although the term mama cases even misrepresents the relationships between cultures. A mother culture is what gives birth to a culture, and although it does not necessarily start up its customs, it is the root that gives rise to a grand fruit tree otherwise known as society that can be traced back to its mother. This tree might undergo a catastrophe that will cause all its societies that sprung up to shrivel away, but the mother culture is what we attribute to their origins. The most frequently cited examples of mother cultures are ancient Egypt in the Mediterranean, and the Olmec in Mesoamerica. Daniel Quinn. In the work of Daniel Quinn, first mentioned in his 1992 philosophical novel, Ishmael, mother culture is used as a collective term for any given culture's most influencing features that, however, are usually not consciously recognized as being culturally specific by the members of that culture. In other words, mother culture is the set of unquestioned influences, or hidden premises, that the members of a culture merely take for granted as being universally true, and that largely determine how the members of that culture experience and view the world, and, therefore, how they actually behave in the world. Because every person is culturally biased to a greater or lesser extent, Quinn reasons that every culture must have a certain crucial element that instills in its members this firm position of bias. This is mother culture. Quinn often uses the term mother culture as a feminine personification. According to Quinn, every mother culture feeds its followers a particular, culturally skewed mythology that greatly influences how these people perceive themselves and their environment. Mother culture works to uphold the culture in its specific worldview. Quinn claims that every culture has a mother culture, but warns that in a self-destructive culture like our own globalized civilization, mother culture's promotion of the status quo amounts to captivity, in which we are unable to fathom any alternative lifestyles other than the one mother culture tells us to live out. Unfortunately, because we, as a culture, are destroying the earth while many of us would wish to stop this destruction, Quinn asserts that we cannot seem to find the bars of our proverbial cage because mother culture has given us certain assumptions that we assume, without question, never recognizing them as false from the start. Quinn has frequently claimed that two of the most fundamental premises communicated to us by our mother culture, in particular, include the following. There is only one right way to live, ours, and we must cling to civilization at all costs, even if it kills us. Quinn further describes such premises in his discussion on memes in Beyond Civilization.